Have you ever wondered what life would feel like beyond the body and mind? Beyond the concept of the third dimensional world? Up, down, left, right, good, bad, hard objects, just heaviness? Well, that's exactly what the third eye is. It is life beyond this world that we live in. It is beyond the illusion, the matrix that we live in right now. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what the third eye does coming up next, how to open it. Welcome back, guys. My name is Joe and I help people become their greatest versions possible, and I just want to help people wake up to their true power. I'm so sorry it took so long to make this video. I was going through a lot. I was going through like a caffeine withdrawal. You know, I've been working a lot and it was just insane. I couldn't actually complete the caffeine withdrawal. That's just a little bit update. I actually had to go back to drinking like tea or something. And yeah, life's just been a little bit rough lately. But you know, powering through, persevering, breaking every challenge, you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's get into the third eye a little bit more in depth. So now let's take a deeper look. What is the third eye? What does it do? And how can it benefit us as regular, everyday humans, you know? The third eye is represented by a two-leaf lotus flower and is located in the center of the forehead. Its primary organ is the pineal gland, and it governs our sleep pattern and circadian rhythm. So now, what does the third eye do on a mental level? It promotes rational and logical thinking. It enhances focus. It is governed with and associated with improving your memory. It improves your self-discipline, along with the solar plexus chakra, of course. And you overall have a clear mind, and you're not so scatterbrained. You're not always overthinking about stuff. If you have a balanced third eye, you're pretty okay in your brain, you know. You're not always thinking about what's happening next. What am I gonna do next? Why am I thinking about 5 years in the past, you know? These are all things that the third eye does on a mental level. Now, on a spiritual level, what does the third eye do? The third eye helps with intuition, breaking through to higher consciousness. Now, I'm gonna just explain this one a little bit because people really don't understand what consciousness is. Consciousness is not basically how much you know, but it's kind of the opposite. It's how little you know about the matrix and how much you know about source energy itself. If it's the universe for you, good. If it's God for you, good. As long as you're connected to a higher source of consciousness and you are living at your most divine purpose in life and it is in alignment with who you truly are, that's breaking through to higher consciousness. Connecting with angels, all that good stuff, breaking through to higher consciousness. If you're meeting with your higher self, higher conscious. Another thing that the third eye does on a spiritual level is gives you a lot of imagination and a lot of creativity, a lot of room to create things in your life, you know, follow your passions, follow your dreams, all these good things, you know. Another thing that the third eye does is it basically wakes you up to your true self and you realize that you are more than just this body. We are not just this body. We are more than you can even fathom. Like, if you could just put your consciousness and your awareness right here, right? And put it in like a 30 feet radius of an aura, you could feel that you're just so much more. When you go into a deeper meditation, you could just feel that you're just so much more than what this world has to offer, you know? Like, you could go out there and you could just say like, oh yeah, this is a tree, nice. But you can realize that you are the tree as well. And I'm not saying this to sound like a spiritual hippie woo-woo stuff. This is real stuff. When you guys experience this with an open third eye, you will understand what I'm talking about. And the fifth thing that the third eye does on a spiritual level is clairvoyancy, and you have vivid dreams. So now that we have a better understanding of what the third eye does, what are the benefits of actually opening your third eye? Benefit number one is seeing past the illusions of the world we live in. From fake media to social media to fake news, that's what I meant to say, to fake news. Like, we are always constantly attaching ourselves to these things, ideologies, coronavirus, all these things, you know. We're constantly putting our consciousness on a lower level because we're attaching to the fear-based. It's easier to attach yourself to a lower vibration than it is to a higher vibration, because in order to get to a higher vibration, right, you have to detach from the lower vibration. It's like insane. And it's easier to attach to the lower vibrations because it doesn't take effort. You can allow yourself to attach and you won't even know it. You got me? So back to the video. I'm sorry, I just went a little rant right there. When you have an open third eye, right, you could see past these things as an illusion to keep you in a lower state of consciousness, from fake jabs from celebrities to comparing yourselves to celebrities to coronavirus to keep you in a state of fear. You could see past these things. You could see past these things. That third eye is booming. Booming. You know? And when you start to see past these illusions, right, guess what happens? Guess what happens, guys? You start becoming your best versions possible. You start becoming your best versions possible. Because you don't care about what everybody else is doing no more. All you care about is yourself. And I know it sounds pretty cynical, but you care about yourself because you know that you're the only person you really got in your life. So, with an open third eye, you get to see past the illusions of the world. And you get to focus on within. On to number 2. Now, benefit number 2 to having your third eye open is increased awareness. With increased awareness, you can literally change anything in a very mindfully, subtly, peaceful way. When you have increased awareness, right, you get to observe the thoughts in your head, seeing if these thoughts are actually like good, if they're not serving you. You get to see the people around you, or if they're serving you, or if they're in your highest purpose or not. This is a very important benefit to the third eye because this is the chakra of the human body that is very susceptible to energy, and it's very quick to change. Like, I know with me, my third eye shuts on and off like very quick. Like sometimes, like obviously I'm always aware. Let me tell you guys something. When your third eye is open, it's never closing again. You can never go back. That's the biggest shift in paradigm. You can never go back to what you used to be. Now, with this increased awareness, you get to observe everything that is going on around you in your life, from the toxic energy to toxic thoughts, what you're eating. You get to become a lot more aware of what you're doing on a daily, habitual day. I don't know how else to explain it. And also, the more aware you are, the more you get to see everything for what it truly is, whether it is good or bad. Now, what is benefit number 3 of opening your third eye? Knowing that you are more than just this body, mind, and human experience. You know that you have a higher self. You know that one day you're gonna die. You know that you're an infinite being just having a temporary human experience, enjoying human life. And you know you're gonna go back home to the stars one day. Like, I don't know if you guys ever been to a deep meditation and you've traveled back home. I don't know. Like, I'm very weird when it comes to meditating. Like, I'll just go to travel and very deep into the depths of my mind. It's just crazy. And you know what you're here to do on this planet. You came here for a reason. This is a very important time in history. The planet is going through a global awakening. Don't let this news and media fool you. The planet is awakening. Everybody is waking up to their truth. And I'm not going to say everybody, but a good amount of people that is waking up to their truth. This is why the government is doing all this stuff right now, to keep us in a lower vibration so people aren't questioning stuff. They're starting to realize that the planet is going through an awakening. Think, guys. Just know that you're way more than just this body and mind. Now, these top 3 benefits that I listed are my personal favorite. These are very biased, obviously. There are tons of benefits to the third eye. Tons of benefits to the third eye. But these are just my favorites, so take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. Don't just listen to me. And I just feel like these are the most powerful, and it explains what the third eye does on a very deeper level. So now let's get into how to open to the third eye. The first way to open your third eye: crystal work. Now, I'm not one to really do crystal work, but crystals are very powerful. They vibrate very powerfully. You know, they have a lot of energy to them. I would recommend amethyst, clear quartz, selenite, blue kyanite, and place them on your third eye or under your pillow when you go to sleep. what this is going to do, the energy of the crystals are going to transfer into that specific area of your brain or area of that chakra. So it's going to affect the throat, third eye, and crown. Now, when you do this, just be very careful. You guys can get ungrounded very easily because all the energy is going up here. So be careful, take that with a grain of salt. And remember just to stay grounded, because when you're opening your third eye, it can get very intense. You start to like see like shadows and whatnot, but you can also awaken too quick. You can also awaken too quick and you'll feel like you're starting to go insane. Like I said, there are some cons to opening the third eye, especially if you do it very quick and unprofessionally. Now, the second way I open the third eye chakra is to use mantras. If you don't know what a mantra is, it's basically just I'm gonna just show you guys. Om Namah Shiva. Om Ram Ganipate Namah, or Lam Vam Ram Yam Ham Om. Those are mantras. What those mantras do, right, they have a very specific vibration to correspond with each chakra. And it's also very powerful to use those mantras to clear a lot of stagnant energy in your body, whether this be through trauma or just you being lazy and not like just doing things, you know. These vibrations create a very powerful ripple effect throughout the whole body. It gets things flowing, gets that kundalini flowing up you. It gets all that energy to express into your body, and you start to open yourself up. And when you guys do these mantras, right, you're going to feel a lot lighter. You feel a lot lighter. That's also a very good sign, an indicator that you are raising your vibration and you are awakening to your truth when you start to feel lighter. But remember, stay grounded. And now the third way to open your third eye chakra, right? Mindfulness, meditation, or any type of meditation in general. It's the most powerful way. It's the very quickest way. And also, what mindfulness, meditation, anything that you want to call it, it basically shows you and puts into perspective that you are not your thoughts. You are not your job. You are not your phone. You are not your food. You are not your circumstances. This is what mindfulness shows us. It shows us that we are not what we think we are. Because we're always so attached to the ego. That's what mindfulness is. It shows us that we are not just this work, eat, sleep, repeat. It shows us that we're a lot more. And when you start to mindfully meditate, you realize that you are more than this. You start to become more grounded in who you are. You start to become more present. When you're present, alright, you get downloads from the universe. You get these beautiful, creative ideas when you silence the monkey mind. The mind is what causes us to suffer so much. Yet 95% of us don't even realize how much we're suffering because of how noisy our mind is. Now, I'm not one to say that I don't overthink. I overthink like hell. But I don't associate myself with my thoughts. I know when I have a good thought, thanks, good. I know when I have a bad thought, thanks, good. Stop labeling everything. Start to become mindful in everything that you're doing. Whether this be always checking your phone, start to become mindful of how much you're checking your phone. Just become mindful when you eat. This is the fastest way to awaken to your truth and to open your third eye. Because it shows you that you are much more and also nothing at the same time. We're here to have a good time. We're here to stay present. We're here just to not even understand life. We're not meant to understand everything. So stop always questioning everything. However, question the media. They're fucked up. So, become more mindful, guys. It's a very powerful way, very quick way to open that third eye, get everything going, everything rolling. And also some signs and symptoms of the third eye open. I'm just gonna add this in as a bonus. You get like a headache right here. It's a very strange headache. You get a headache right there. You start to get like very intense, vivid dreams. You start to feel these are the cons now. You start to feel very lonely and isolated from people. You don't feel a connection with anything. Like, these are all things of the third eye opening. You start to like come in contact with angels. You don't really resonate with anybody in your life no more. You don't know what you are, who you are anymore. These are all signs that your third eye is booming. You are awakening. These do go away after a while. It took me like maybe, I know it's gonna sound like crazy, it took me like 1.5 years to get rid of all that stuff, and I'm good now, obviously. But yeah, so when you're opening your third eye, just do it in a very mindfully way. If you don't feel called to it, do not do it, because the third eye is a very powerful chakra. I would recommend grounding yourself, opening the root, sacral, third, solar plexus, heart, throat, then this first. Get all of that energy flowing, because if you have all your energy flowing right here, you're not going to feel right, obviously, and you're going to probably unbalance all your other chakras. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did like it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. And remember, keep fucking going. Hit it.